Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is now week 11 in the NFL, so we're back with my weekly NFL predictions. If you enjoy the video, make sure you do like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. With that being said, let's get to my week 11 NFL predictions. All right, and as always, we start with the previous week recap. So, Panthers beat the Falcons. I don't know what the Falcons were doing in this game, but it is what it is. Buccaneers beat the Seahawks. Seahawks didn't really show up until the second half. Yeah, I kind of expected this to happen. Seahawks come back down to earth. Vikings beat the Bills in what was an absolute blunder by the Bills. Lions beat the Bears. Yeah, that one was kind of just a shootout between two just bad teams, and unfortunately. Titans beat the Broncos. Broncos are bad. Chiefs beat Jaguars. Yeah, Chiefs are Chiefs. Dolphins beat the Browns. Browns are just, holding on for dear life until Deshaun Watson can get back. Giants beat the Texans. Yeah, Texans are just not good. Giants, I don't know how they're always in these close games, but it is what it is. Steelers beat the Saints. Saints, I don't know what is going on with them, but they are a different team every single week, it seems like. Colts beat the Raiders. Raiders, man. Not sure if Josh McDaniels is the guy, but at the same time, I'm not sure if Derek Carr is the guy, so we'll see. Packers beat the Cowboys in overtime. Cowboys, man, that was sad. That was definitely a game that they should have won, and they will definitely be kicking themselves during playoff seedings. So we'll see about that. Cardinals beat the Rams. Who really cares about this game? Rams are a shell of themselves. I think Cooper Kupp is out for the season, or at least he's out for the next 4 weeks because they just placed him on IR. So it kind of sucks. Cardinals might be better without Kyler. I'm not sure. Both these teams are just bad. Niners beat the Chargers. Chargers, I just don't know what to make of them anymore. Niners, yeah, I kind of just expect them to be the team that comes out of the NFC, so we'll see. And Commanders beat the Eagles, which, yeah, I don't know. I guess the Commanders are just better than the Eagles. Are we all saying that? No, I don't think so. I think the Eagles are just coming off of, now they're not going undefeated, and now they can play actual normal football, so we'll see how that goes. That being said, I went 8-6 on the week. Not bad. There were a lot of these games kind of just one-score games that just didn't go my way. Like the Commanders-Eagles, that was a one-score game until I think it was a fumble recovery. Overtime game with the Cowboys. Lions beating the Bears. And yeah, so, oh well. After week 10, we are 85, 64-1. Pretty good. Almost, we're plus 21 on the year. So that's pretty good, if I do say so myself. And I do say so myself. Now we will get over to my weekly NFL rankings. So I got the Eagles. Yeah, Eagles lost. I'm not impressed with them yet. However, I'm still high on this team, I would say. Next to the Dolphins, I think Dolphins' offense is unstoppable. They look so damn good with all of these great wide receivers. I'd be afraid to play the Dolphins in these next coming months. Next to the Vikings, they just keep winning, so I kind of have to throw them in here. I am not confident in them at all, but they're 8-1, so you kind of got to give them their due. Next to the Ravens, I think Ravens are damn good, man. I think Ravens are super underrated. However, I still need them to be able to clutch out those wins. So we'll see if they can keep that up. Number one, no surprise, is the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are just the best team. It's kind of the Chiefs' Super Bowl to lose at this point, in my opinion, because I don't think any team in the NFC can beat the Chiefs, and I think the only teams that can beat the Chiefs are the Ravens and Miami. So we will see. Next, these are the teams that are on byes. So Miami, the Buccaneers, Seattle, and the Jaguars are all on byes this week. So we will not be discussing any of these teams. Also, these are the predictions we will not be discussing this week, just because these are games that I don't expect to be have too much playoff implication, and just teams that I just really don't feel like we need to discuss too much. So the Bears, I got the Bears over the Falcons. I got the Saints over the Rams. I got the Ravens over the Panthers. I got the Commanders over the Texans. And for the late window of games, I have the Raiders over the Broncos, which I am very skeptical on that prediction. just because the Raiders aren't good and the Broncos are not good either. So it's I'm picking my poison at this point. Bengals beating the Steelers. Yeah, that game was a lot closer, but Steelers were a lot healthier the first time. So I expect the Bengals to win that one. And we're on to our first pick of the week. It is the Cleveland Browns at the Buffalo Bills. So for the Browns, their O-line looks awful. Jacoby Brissett is getting absolutely just manhandled on that O-line every single time. It is not a pretty sight. And I think it was terrible QB play last week. Yeah, like I said, I think this team is just waiting for Deshaun to come back. I think it's 2 weeks now. Yeah, I have it written here, 2 weeks until Deshaun comes back. So they're kind of just buying their time until they can get there. As for the Bills, just a couple of points for them. Allen just needs to stop trying to do everything. I get it. He is the face of this franchise. He is their savior. He is all of those things. He needs to stop trying to do everything. And this team needs a run game immediately. It is just so bad because, like I said, you can't ask Josh Allen to do everything for you. It's just not a viable solution. So, yeah, they need to figure out the run game. I got the Bills winning this one. Bills 30, Browns 23. I'm not confident in the Bills right now. They look so sad to me. I don't feel good about this one. But still, I got the Bills with the Browns. Our next game is the Philadelphia Eagles at the Indianapolis Colts. So for the Eagles, no turnovers, none. Jalen Hurts, I think he threw 3 last week in their first loss. You cannot be doing that anymore. No more turnovers, and yeah, I think they should look a lot better than last week. I think Hurts needs to just slow down and play his own game. He needs to stop trying to do everything. I feel like he and Josh Allen are similar in that regard. Just slow the game down and play your game. Don't do what the other teams want you to do. And the defensive line, it looks elite to me. They get some penalties every once in a while, but I still think this D-line is still elite, and I think they are still very, very good. As for the Colts, Matt Ryan, I think he is their best option at quarterback as of right now. It's not a good option, but I think he can get you a couple more wins if that's what Indy wants to do. So there's that. Their D-line does still look good. I think DeForest Buckner, I feel bad for him. I think he needs to get out of there immediately, go to a contender, figure something out. And they just have no dynamic wide receivers. I know they have Pittman Jr., I believe, and that's kind of the only one I can name. The last dynamic wide receiver they had was T.Y. Hilton, and in the last few years of his career, he was kind of just a shell of himself. Anyway, they just need a roster overhaul, in my opinion, on the offensive side, besides Jonathan Taylor. That being said, I got the Eagles winning this one. Eagles bouncing back. Eagles 28, Colts 17. I just don't think the Colts have a prayer. Our next game is the New York Jets at the New England Patriots. So for the Jets, I think Sauce Gardner might be the best cornerback in the league right now. It is crazy that he is just a rookie, and he is also just playing so damn well. So I'm very impressed with Sauce Gardner, and I hope he can keep it up. After the quarterback play, Wilson, he just needs to take care of the football. And I think this team can get wins just because of their defense. Their D-line just needs to continue like they played last week, and I think this team can just coast with this defense straight to a playoff spot. So we'll see about that one. As for the Patriots, they just need to take the ball out of Mac Jones' hands. Their run game was pretty good last week, so they just need to establish the run game early and get the ball out of Mac Jones' hands, because that mother just turns the ball over like it's his damn job. So they need to figure that out, okay? As for that being said, I do have the Patriots winning this one. Patriots just have the Jets number. Even with Tom Brady being gone from the Patriots for the past few years, I still think the Patriots just own the Jets right now. So until the Jets prove me wrong, I got the Patriots in this one. And our next game is the Detroit Lions at the New York Giants. So for the Lions, I think Goff, he just needs to take care of the football. And I think this team will be pretty okay. I think DeAndre Swift needs to be prioritized, though. DeAndre Swift is an elite player for them, and I think he needs to get the ball more than 50% of the time. Their D-line, I think it's finding their groove. They have a lot of good young players, especially I think his name is Aiden Hutchinson. He just came out of this last draft. I think Aiden Hutchinson is very good. They just need to start building around him and start building this team into something feasible. I don't think they should fire their head coach, though. So do not fire that head coach. I think he brings an energy to that team that they have not had since probably Calvin Johnson was there. As for the Giants, Saquon needs to be prioritized. Saquon is their best player on both sides of the football, in my opinion. I think they need to just feed Saquon, get him the ball as much as you can, and watch this game. Just watch the games and just coast for them. They'll be controlling the clock when they're running the ball that much. So, yeah, Saquon for sure. Their defense needs to just continue to play well. Yeah, I don't know how their defense is playing as well as it is, but I think they have a very young team. So, yeah, it's whatever they're doing is working so far. And I think Daniel Jones needs to just become a game manager. Just make him a game manager and you will coast to wins. That's it. If he has to make those important throws, important runs, I just don't think he can do it against those elite teams. So, yeah. This one's kind of a toss-up for me. However, I do have the Giants winning. Giants 31, Lions 28. I'm less confident on this one as I'm looking at it right now, but yeah, I think I got the Giants in this one. All right, now we are on to the only late window game that we are discussing this week. It is the Dallas Cowboys at the Minnesota Vikings. So for the Cowboys, I think Dak will need to carry this game. I think their defense is too good to just let Dak Prescott be a bystander in this one. I think the Vikings defense is too good to let Dak Prescott be a bystander in this one. So we will see about that one. No turnovers, just hang on to the ball. It's not that hard. I genuinely refuse to believe that it is hard to not throw the ball away, run the correct routes, and just stop fumbling. So yeah, no turnovers for this team. Poor decision making cost them last week, definitely. And when I say poor decision making, I mean poor coaching in some regard. No, I'm not trying to throw too much shade at Mike McCarthy or anything, but yeah, poor decision making for sure. A lot of turnovers, and that resulted in that loss last week. As for the Vikings, great win last week against a quality opponent in the Bills. I definitely was very skeptical on the Vikings winning that one, but they edged it out. It was pretty good for them. Their defense needs to continue to play like last week every single week, and I think this defense will be top 3, top 4, something like that, because their defense looks so damn good. Also, feed Justin Jefferson. He's the best player you guys got. I would probably most likely bet on the offense and defensive side of the ball. I think Justin Jefferson is the best player the Minnesota Vikings have. So just feed that guy, get him the ball, and I think this team will be pretty good. Pretty good. That being said, I just can't in good conscience say the Vikings are going to win this one. I think the Cowboys are going to edge this one out. Cowboys 31, Vikings 24. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, I'm very skeptical on this one. All right, and our Sunday night game is the Kansas City Chiefs at the LA Chargers. So for the Chiefs, run the ball more. Like, I get it. You have Patrick Mahomes. He's a godsend, or whatever you want to say. He's one of the best players currently in the league. He needs a run game. They need a run game in order to win the Super Bowl. I promise you that. So, run the ball more. And Mahomes can only carry for so long. Yeah, especially against a lot of these more elite teams, they will not let you be one-dimensional and just throw the ball around the entire place. So, make sure you are more than a one-dimensional team. Their defense just needs to show up, man. I've watched too many Kansas City Chief games this season where the defense just does not show up. So, please, defense, all you got to do is show up. No penalties, none of that. And yeah, I think this team will be as good as I think they are. As for the Chargers, I think there's just too many injuries on this team for this team to be anything at all. It's kind of sad. Herbert, I don't think he's looked good since early in this season, and that might be because of an injury that he's just playing through this injury or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's just not looking good for Herbert right now. As for the run game definitely just needs to be established. I feel like I say that for most of these teams, but yeah, the run game needs to be established. Run the ball a lot more than you are, especially with Austin Eckler, and I can't remember who their other running back is. I'm spacing on it right now, but yeah, definitely just run the ball more. Get the ball out of Herbert's hands if you can, and yeah, just get the run game established. I think that was a major catalyst in why they won games earlier this season and last season. So definitely be doing that. However, I got no shot for the Chargers to win this game, man. Chiefs winning this one 38, Chargers 22. I got no hope for the Chargers right now. They are too battered. They just don't look great. And our final game of Week 11 is Monday Night Football, San Francisco 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals. So for the 49ers, Jimmy G plus game management equals wins. Did you know they are 10-2 when Jimmy G does not throw a touchdown pass? How crazy of a stat is that? Yeah, like I said, Jimmy G, he just needs to game manage, and I think this team will coast and possibly win a Super Bowl. I think this defensive line looks elite. They get after your quarterback. They get after the run game. I think this D-line looks super damn good, and I would not want to go against them, especially not when my Seahawks have to play them eventually. Anyway, the run game, I think with the multiple stars that they have at the running back position or in place of the running backs like Debo, I think this team is insanely star-studded offensively, and I think this team is the pick to come out of the NFC. We'll see about that. We'll see how they look down the stretch, but yeah, right now, Niners are my pick coming out of the NFC. As much as it pains me as a Seahawk fan to say that, yeah, but it just looks like that. Cardinals, when will Kyler be back? Do they need him back? Colt McCoy looks pretty decent. I don't know how against the Rams, who traded everything and their dog to get the team that they have, but they're still just not good. Yeah, I just don't know what to make of this team at all. I think their run game was good last week, but that has been not happening this entire season. So we'll see if that can happen consistently, especially against a great run defensive team. And Zach Ertz, I just heard he is done for the year. That really sucks for them. I feel like Kyler has D-Hop. And people want to say Hollywood Brown is a good number 2. I say Hollywood Brown is a good number 3. And I feel bad saying it, but maybe a 4. I'm just not impressed by him at all. So, yeah, I think this team is definitely in the injury camp right now. And I think the Cardinals are prepping for next season right now. That being said, I got the Niners winning this one. Niners 29, Cardinals 20. I expect this to be slightly closer, but yeah, I definitely don't think the Niners should be scared in this game at all. All right, and that will conclude my Week 11 picks. Was there anything I missed? Anything you agree with, disagree with? Make sure you leave those in the comment section down below. I've been Rogine. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.